Hi guys, how we doing? Welcome back to another video. So this is part 2 or video 2 or lesson 2 of me learning microcontrollers. So I've got this board here, which is for Matrix, the company that I now work for. They make these blocks or these boards for learning microcontrollers called E-blocks. One more, which is going to be a super easy one right into an LCD display, which is this display here. And I'm being slightly sarcastic there because displays are such a pain to deal with. But anyways, all right, let's carry on. So Flowcode comes with a number of components that add commonly used subsystems to Flowcode, such as LCD displays, segment displays, and analog input devices. Here, we look at the LCD display. I'm going to skip all of this. Adding the LCD display. Before you can use the LCD, you need to add an LCD component to Flowcode. So, alright, component libraries. Sorry guys, I'll show you there. Component libraries and displays. So, component libraries, displays, and okay, select the LCD generic configurable. It'd help if I read. That's, I guess, my big problem here. LCD generic, what was it? Configurable. There, that one. Oh, thinking about it. All right, it's done it. So by default, the LCD is added to port B. You could change this, but we'll keep it on port B. So apparently this is on port B. Yep, cool. We have now added an LCD display to the program. Is it ready to use? How do we use it? The LCD display requires 5 connections. It displays letters and numbers conveyed as serial data on the 5-wire bus. The techniques involved go beyond this tutorial. I don't mind that. So we had a guy at work that he didn't like that the curriculums sometimes say this. I quite like this statement. It's basically saying, look, we ain't going that deep. Don't worry about it. And I like that because if I'm just getting into programming microcontrollers, I want to program a microcontroller. I don't really want to know the ins and outs of how an LCD display works. So, fortunately, Flowcode has some embedded routines that take care of the complexities. Thank you. Drag the Start Component macro icon onto the flowchart from Project Explorer. Okay, Start. I can't remember what I just said. Start Component something? Yeah, I don't know what I said. Oh yeah, it's not. It's over here. No, it's not over here. Oh, Component macro. Drag the Start Component macro icon onto flowchart from Project Explorer. So just get rid of this sheep stuff. So Component macro. There we go. Open up the macro dialog box by double clicking on it. Okay. Expand the LCD generic below. Click on font. What does that say? Expand the generic. Oh, by clicking on the. That's a funny typo. All right, so expand the LCD generic by clicking on the plus symbol. Now scroll through the LCD section in components and select the macro called Start. I almost need this printed out onto paper for me so I can look at it and then program at the same time, because this is, by the time I've changed screen, I've now forgotten what I've just read. LCD generic there, that's what I'm talking about. And then look for the start signal there. And what I do, click OK. Okay, so that clears the displays and gets it ready for action. I'm okay with that. It just says scroll through the available macros and take a quick look at each. Obviously, if there's anything like that that's optional, we are not going to do it because we are lazy. To display text on the LCD, simply type it in. Add another component macro to the flowchart and open the macro dialog box. So can I just copy and paste that? I can indeed. Select the LCD macro called print string. I like this. This is like nicely technical, but still pretty easy. So expression, can I just say Ahmed is smart? I can't say that. Not having it. Oh, surrounded by quotation marks. Okay. So Ahmed is smart. There we go. Is it happy? Is that done it? Can I just run that now? I'm gonna build it. I know he hasn't told me to build it yet, but I'm gonna build it because why not? Alright, run this program and the text will be sent to the LCD display. Hopefully it pops up on the screen. File sending, file sending, file sent. 3, 2, 1. You gonna do anything? Compilation was successful, but that ain't turned on. That hasn't turned on because you probably can't see, but there's these switches. Yeah, there you go. So there's these switches here. So one of them says LCD on it. I don't know which one it is, so let's just turn that on. It's not that one. Turn that one on. It's not that one either. Yeah, so okay. The one on the right says 7-second display and the one on the left says LCD. So I would have expected that to turn on now. So compile. Granted that, oh no, it's there, I just can't see it. Ah, the viewing angle is crap. When I looked on my screen, you can see it because the camera's like, you're up there, but I'm Fleming's left hand rule. I'm this way, whatever. So yeah, Hamid is smart. You know, I must say I'm pretty smart. I agree. Okay, so let's run it on simulation so we can see it in simulation as well, I guess. You can never be told that you're too smart too many times. There you go. Hamid is smart. So we're winning so far. This is a good tutorial. This third program was much better written than the second one. So other LCD functions. There are a number of other useful functions in the LCD macro list. Clears the display and resets the cursor position. Okay. Cursor moves the cursor to the specified location. 0, 1, the first cell on the second line. So let's do that. Let's write it onto the second line. I probably want a cursor. There we go. And we're going to go to 0 on the X position and 1 on the Y position. And then if we run that simulation, that should go to the second line. Boom. So do I have 4 lines to use? It looks like I've got 4 lines there, but if I build, compile to target, yes. It's interesting because I've done all of this on Arduino, but I don't remember it. It wasn't hard. It was hard to wire up the Arduino, actually. Wiring up the LCD to a display, you know, on one of these like breadboards. That was a pain. So this does make that actually much easier, that you just plug it in and it just runs. So do I have Hamid is smart on the bottom line? I do. Look at that. Hamid is smart on the 4th line. So we do have 4 lines of text. I guess, I wonder, could I just do... I've deviated from the thing now, haven't I? But if I now, let's close this. Simulation is probably good. Let's work with simulation. I like the raw hardware, actually. We'll close the simulation. So if I do this, can I copy and paste this? Boom, boom. So now we're going to go to the first line and we're going to say, hi, YouTube. And then we're going to go to the second line and then we're going to say, we love ya. And then we'll go to the third line and we'll say, Hamid is smart. Go on then, why not? Alright, build that. Let's see what we got. So this LCD display is not great. That's why it would be great. You know, my project is to create a touchscreen version of this. 3, 2, 1. You're back in the room. Hi YouTube, we love ya. Hamid is smart. Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So that's pretty good. That's the second program was a bit of faff, but that's pretty good. That in that instance, that quickly I was able to write to an LCD display, and that was simple. I'm pretty happy with that. Using print number, an example. Although we will add component for macros to the flowchart, to the first component macro, add start. Altogether, I read that although. Altogether, we will add 4 component macros. Oh, is this a different? This is a different. Is this a different? Okay, this is example 3. Let's finish this. So one more page, and then we're done. So altogether, we will add 4 component macros to the flowchart. To the first component macro, add start. First component macro, add start. Okay, yeah, I've done that already. The second, print string hello world. Okay, hi YouTube is basically hello world. We could say that they're the same, yeah. To the third cursor, 0, 1. To the 4th, select print number and the parameter as 1, 2, 3. So print. So I'm currently printing a string. Let me change this to print number, and we can just print 1, 2, 3. Let's be adventurous and do 999. And then that's our 4. Print string, run simulation. So if I go debug, run, and then I need to show my 2D panel, don't I? Hi YouTube, 999. Hello world, 1, 2, 3. Tip: try changing the values of the cursor parameters and see where the numbers print. The Y value needs to be between 0 and 3. Interesting. 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 0, 1, 2, 3. And the X value needs to be between 0 and 19. So what happens if you overwrite? So if I go to 15 and then I write loads of numbers, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What happens when I do that? You what? Interesting. What happened there? So I inherently don't trust simulation. It just doesn't sit well with me, simulation. So let's just compile it and see, is the real hardware the same as well? So you see there, I've got 26801 on my simulation. Let's see what I get on the hardware. 3, 2, 1. Get back in the room. And it looks to be the same. What is that? 26801. Is that the same as the 2D panel? Yeah, okay. So that's consistent then. So what's happening there? I'm writing 987. Am I? I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea what's happening there. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, if you know, let me know, please, because can I think about it? Yeah, I just sat in silence for like 30 seconds and had to think about it, and I have no idea. So yeah, that's weird. I mean, it makes, yeah, it obviously makes logical sense to, you know, whoever wrote the software, because that's actually literally what you get on the actual hardware as well. But yeah, all right. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. That's the end of this video. So we're moving next video on to example 4, which is a stopwatch. I'm now on page 60. So I mean, we've made good progress. You know, to think that I can finish this whole curriculum of 100 pages in probably 4 or 5 days, and that's with like half an hour each day. Pretty decent. So I hope that I get to learn as much as they claim at the beginning that I get to cover in terms of topics. But that was a fun one. I enjoyed that. The count and sheep one was a bit, yeah. So yeah. All right. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I shall see you guys next one. Take care. Bye bye.